How's it going, 4-8 Nation? It's been a while since my last Final Fantasy VII tutorial video. There's two real reasons for that. One is that I'm very busy with school right now. This is my last semester of college, and then after that I'm graduating in May. I got to find a job, getting married in July, so there's a lot of stuff kind of going on. But secondly, my next Final Fantasy VII tutorial video is going to be about the overflow glitch. And there's a lot to do for that video. There's a lot of script writing, a lot of math, a lot of research. And also I have to download a PC version of the game and also a save state or a save file editor. So there's a lot of work to be done, and I know that it's going to take a little bit longer to make the video, so I thought I'd make a little filler video and show you guys my Final Fantasy VII collection. Now this collection isn't actually like, I didn't get all this stuff so I could sell it, or I'm not bragging about how expensive any of it is. I actually just made this collection just because I personally love the game. Final Fantasy VII is my favorite game, mostly just because I grew up on it. It was really the first game that got me into gaming, and I just kind of I thought it would be cool to kind of collect a lot of different versions of the game. So this is kind of it, and without further ado, let's go through it here. So this one right here is the big one. This is under the bubble wrap here. It is an original black label, which for those of you who don't know, the black label is the more rare of the two. There's a green label, the Greatest Hits Collection label. That one's not as rare just because it's the re-release of the game. It released first as the black label, and then here in America, and then they re-released it as a Greatest Hits, and it got that green label that says Greatest Hits down the bottom. So those ones aren't as rare as the black label. This is an original black label, factory sealed, never opened copy of the game. And you'll see, if you go on eBay, you'll see people selling this at around $1,000. That doesn't mean at all that it's worth $1,000. Just because someone tries to sell it doesn't mean that it's worth that. I'm no person, I'm not a person that can actually put values on things, but as far as I've seen them actually sell for, I would say it's probably about $300, $400. Just kind of like value, but you can find it for cheaper. You could try to sell it for more, and I wouldn't think it's actually worth that much. It just depends on who wants to pay for it. So there's that. That's kind of the most expensive one I have. This one here is an original misprint, and these ones have actually gotten a lot more popular lately. I don't know why. I guess, well, when I bought it, I kind of figured that right now there's a lot of misprints out there, but slowly they're going to kind of disappear, and then maybe they'll become pretty valuable. I saw one person trying to sell this for $6,000 on eBay, and then there were a couple other ones listed for several $1,000s under that. One for like $2,000, one for like $3,000. I think those were unopened though, and this one's open, and it's definitely not worth that much. Those are people just trying to scam people. But anyways, what makes it a misprint is that on the back here, and my camera isn't too good at small text, so I don't know if you're able to read it very well. I'll probably just show a picture here to kind of show you. But basically, where it says a multi-million-dollar masterpiece, or Squaresoft's multi-million-dollar masterpiece, if you can see, the I is removed from where masterpiece is, and instead it's up above the R, so not anywhere near where it's supposed to be. And I don't know how many of these actually got released. A whole ton of them, actually. I know it was a good amount, but after they realized it was a misprint, they stopped printing them and then started re-released it as a, fixing the problem. So there are a limited amount of these, and like I said, they're kind of getting a higher value now that people are realizing that some of them have disappeared. But will it ever be worth anything in the future? Who knows? Then we got some kind of cooler stuff. This is a demo tape, or a demo CD that, I mean, it's not really worth anything, but I thought it was cool. It has a demo of Final Fantasy VII on it. And this demo CD, I mean, it wasn't actually like sold anywhere. I believe it was in a Tomb Raider CD set, and it just came with a demo set of Eidos, or Eidos, I don't actually know how to pronounce that, Eidos Interactive. And so it wasn't actually sold as like a thing you could buy, but it came with the set. And these things are just cool to own, because a lot of times when people get demo discs, they end up just throwing them away, or they get, you know, smashed in between the other CDs and then, you know, broken or lost. So it's kind of cool to have one that's in okay condition. And then this one over here is the original Japanese or international version of the game. And this is unopened. This is actually factory sealed as well. Yeah, there's that. I don't have much else really to say about it. For those of you who haven't seen the actual international game, it actually has Ruby Weapon on the back, which I thought was kind of cool. That there's like a picture of Ruby Weapon just hanging out, even though he's not really part of the game. Like, it's part of the game, but he's not part of the main canon of the story. Like, he's a side mission kind of type deal who was only, and I'm also wondering, because I actually never did this research, but Ruby Weapon and Emerald Weapon are called the American monsters because they were added to the American version of the game, I believe. And this is an international version. So I don't actually know if Ruby Weapon is in this one. I mean, I'm guessing he is because he's on the back. Someone should do that research and let me know, because this isn't like the Japanese. I think maybe there was the original Japanese release, and then there was the American release, and then they came out with the Ultimate Hits international version for Japanese players, but it was actually the American game, which included Ruby and Emerald Weapon. I think that's how it was, but I don't know for sure, and I don't want to give you false facts, so I'll leave it at that. Do the research if you're interested. This here is another demo and demo CD, and inside playable demos of Final Fantasy VII and Bushido Blade, and video clips of Final Fantasy Tactics and Saga Frontier. I don't actually know what year this came out in. It says 97, so I guess it came out in 97. I don't know if this was before or after the game came out. It says Squaresoft on PlayStation previews, so this might have actually been before the game came out, which would be really cool. And if it wasn't sealed, factory sealed, I would open it and play it, because I wonder if there's anything in this demo version that's different than the final version. You know, most of the times when companies come out with a demo of a game, it ends up changing by the time the game actually comes out. Then over here I have the Piano Collections CD, factory sealed, and I actually bought two versions of this because one version I opened. This version's for the collection, so I didn't open it, but the other one I opened, and I absolutely love this collection. If you like piano music, and if you especially like video game piano music, this is like one of the best of the best. It's really, really good. Has some amazing pieces. Some of them kind of originally composed. They're like, some of them are arranged by this guy Shiro Hamaguchi, but then they were performed by CG Honda. I think that's how you pronounce that, CG. And obviously the original music is the same guy who does the Final Fantasy music, Uematsu, but the arrangements are really good. They keep like the feeling of the original music, but then it kind of gives like a really good piano twist. So probably one of my favorite piano collections. Over here is the original soundtrack of the game. this is also factory sealed, and it's just the actual full soundtrack of the actual in-game music. And then this is the Japanese version of the soundtrack. It says Final Fantasy VII Reunion tracks. I don't actually know what that means. So it was a while since I bought this. I'm pretty sure it's just the Japanese version of the soundtrack, but I might be wrong. Maybe it's something different, because it says Reunion tracks. Maybe that's like, maybe this was a differently arranged set of music. If I knew, if this had a year on it, maybe it came out after the original soundtrack came out, but I can't read the year because it's in Japanese. Anyways, so that's it. Other than this, I have my actual version that I play with, which is a greatest hits version, I believe. And then I also have a digital version of the game on PS3, which no one gives a shit about that, but that's all the Final Fantasy VIIs I have. If you're wondering why I would have multiple versions of the same game, because I'm crazy, I guess. I don't know. It's my favorite game, so I kind of wanted to have one really cool, like, single game collection, and so what else better to collect than versions of your favorite games? So that's it for me. Thanks for watching. You can click, I'll probably have annotations on the screen, and you can click the left one to watch Master Materia quickly. My first tutorial has over 22,000 views and a bunch of likes, so you might like it. And then over here you can watch the Materia Combinations video, the sequel to the Master Materia quickly video, and there you'll see how to use materia in combinations that maybe you have never seen before. And stay tuned after this. I will be working on my overflow glitch video. And that's it. So thanks for watching.